I never meant to fall in love with the class clown. The teacher announced, Caleb and Michael, you have been caught cheating off each other. What? That's not possible. I'm the top student in the entire class. I would never cheat, I cried desperately. So are you calling me a cheater? Michael shot back. Between the two of us, who do you think is more likely to cheat? I retorted. Enough, you two. It's better if you admit to this, or you will both get in trouble, the teacher declared. What? That's so unfair. I didn't do anything. It has to be him, I said, pointing at Michael. I don't care who did it, but one of you cheated. If you don't own up, then both of you will get detention, the teacher warned and left the room. It has to be you. You're the prankster. I work hard to stay at the top while you joke around, I accused. Just because I like to joke doesn't mean I cheat. I, too, work hard for my grades, he shot back. Ha! You always act like the funny guy, but I guess you're not smart enough to pass without cheating, huh? I retorted. Oh really? Smart like you? You always have your nose up in books. At least I've got a life, unlike you. Life? You mean fooling around with everyone? Seems like you've been hiding your stupidity with your dumb jokes. Honestly, I don't think anyone even thinks you're funny. They only laugh because they pity you. You, he started, fuming. But interrupting him, I said, I'm not done. If you were desperate enough to cheat, you could have just come before the exam and begged me to teach you. Maybe I would have pitied you and relented. You wouldn't have to resort to stealing your answers, I finished and watched as he became red with anger and embarrassment. I could hear the entire class snickering behind his back. It seems the class didn't care much for him after all. Though Michael hadn't owned up to his mistake, the teacher still hadn't said anything to us. I guess we had been lucky. Michael, too, had stopped pranking me since that day. I guess he really was embarrassed to ever show his face. Good riddance, I'll say. I walked into the class confidently, knowing that Michael wouldn't be causing trouble for me. But as I entered the class, I could hear hushed whispers talking about me. Can't believe he talks to himself. Who calls himself a genius like that? I heard someone say. Caleb seems to be crazy. Now I'm ready to believe he's the one who cheated, another student snickered. What's happening, guys? I asked hesitantly. I couldn't make sense of what they were saying. Watch this video, Michael said, grinning, and handed me his phone. My eyes went up in shock as I watched the video. It showed me praising myself in front of a mirror. Though some parts were true, I knew most of the video was fake. What is this? I shouted. It seems someone loves boasting about themselves, Michael smirked. This is fake, I announced to the entire class. Oh, come on, it looks real enough, anyway. It's not difficult to imagine you doing something like that, one student said. Yeah, you always act like you're above everyone. What's stopping you from praising yourself in front of a mirror? In fact, you must be getting real satisfaction from all that self-praise, another laughed. This is outrageous. I won't listen to this. I'm complaining about this to the teachers, I threatened. Of course. Run away and tell them everything. After all, you're the teacher's pet. Yeah, run with your tail between your legs. What a coward. Teacher's pet, teacher's pet. Suddenly, everyone started shouting. Come on, guys. I think you're all being a bit too harsh on him, Michael chuckled. You did all this, didn't you? I shouted, grabbing his collar. Honestly, I barely had to do anything. You did this to yourself. Oh, and I had no idea you were such a big fan of yourself. Did you even ask for your own autograph? He smirked. You jerk! I started saying in anger, but hearing all the insults made me stop. Everyone was making fun of me. Not one person cared about me. I could feel my eyes swelling up with tears, so I ran from there and didn't look back. It took a lot of courage, but I decided to go to school today. They should have forgotten what happened yesterday by now. I mean, no one remembered Michael's pranks before, so why would they remember now? Look who's here. The way you ran yesterday, I felt you had participated in the Olympics or something. Michael smirked, seeing me. Stop it. Wasn't yesterday enough to make fun of me? I shot back. Didn't you say you were really smart? So use your smartness to get out of this situation, he retorted. I clenched my fists, my face burning as laughter echoed around us. You think this is funny? I snapped. Absolutely, Michael grinned. It's like watching a live comedy show. You think I'm here for your entertainment? I shouted. Are you not? Michael fake pouted. I thought you loved being popular in class, and now you're the talk of the entire school. I could feel my classmates' eyes on me, waiting to see if I'd fire back, but my brain was struggling for a comeback that wouldn't make things worse. Michael smirked, enjoying the silence. No words? That's a first, and here I thought you were smarty pants. I tried to come up with a strong comeback, but my mind was unable to form words. Michael turned away laughing, and I could hear everyone's laughter echoing in my ears. I stood there, fists clenched, as the humiliation settled in. As tears stung my eyes, I realized that my reputation was gone forever. I hadn't been going to school for the past 2 days. To be honest, I don't think I could ever go back to school again. I couldn't face everyone after what happened, especially not Michael. As I was studying in my room, I suddenly received a call from an unknown number. I picked it up, hesitantly. Hey, why aren't you coming back to school? The voice was too familiar. In fact, I was sure I knew who it was. Michael? Of course. Were you expecting someone else? Why are you calling me? I said in frustration. Relax. I just wanted to know why you aren't coming back to school. Why? So you could use more pranks on me? Humiliate me even more? I shot back. I'm not planning anything. I was just a bit worried. That sentence doesn't suit you. You should have come up with another excuse. Fine. I didn't want you to do something stupid because of me. Don't worry. I won't give you the satisfaction. I'm fine. If you're fine, then why does your voice sound so hoarse? I've got a cold, I lied. You got a cold? Or you were crying? Why? Would it satisfy you if I say I've been crying my eyes out? No, I didn't mean to hurt you like that. Really? Wasn't that your plan all along? No, I just wanted a little payback. I mean, you did humiliate me too. I only did that because you cheated, and it didn't even affect you that much. For the last time, I didn't cheat. I don't know how our answers matched. Just because I'm the class clown, it doesn't mean I don't study. Fine, let's say I do believe you. But it doesn't change what you did. I only accused you of cheating while you made an entire fake video of mine. I am sorry about that. I thought it was just a harmless prank. You mean like all your other pranks? Your pranks have always caused trouble for me. Remember that time when you told everyone I had a crush on a teacher, or the other time when you hid my assignment on the day we were supposed to submit it? I thought they were pretty funny, but if it helps, I will apologize for those too. It's easy to say sorry when you have already ruined someone's life. Tell me, how exactly did I ruin your life? You ruined my reputation at school. I felt so humiliated that I can't face anyone now. Is that why you've been avoiding school? What do you think, dumbhead? Fine. Then I sincerely apologize. I didn't know your reputation was so important to you. I won't do such a thing again. I know you don't mean it, so keep your sorry to yourself. I don't want to talk to you anymore. You've already wasted enough of my time, so don't ever call again, I said and cut the call. I knew Michael wasn't sincere about his apology. After all, he was the class clown. Everything was a joke for him. Why do you keep calling me again and again? I shouted at Michael. You still aren't back at school. I won't stop calling until you forgive me and come back, he replied. Why would I do that? I asked, annoyed. Because I'm being sincere, and because I never apologized to anyone before because of my pranks, but I'm doing it for you, he remarked. You're not doing me a favor. You're just making up for your own mistakes, I retorted. Fine, you're right. I made a huge mistake, so please forgive me. Are you even sincere? I really am. I've been feeling guilty ever since you left. I'll think about it. Please, give me a chance and come back to school. If not for me, then for yourself. I mean, you're the topper of our class. Even the teacher misses your presence. I pondered over what Michael was saying. He seemed to be right. I didn't want the conflict between us to affect my studies, and it has already been a week since then. Everyone must have forgotten the prank by now. Fine, I'll come tomorrow, I gave a curt reply and cut the call. I walked towards my classroom nervously. Though Michael had apologized and everything, and it had been a long time since the prank, I was still afraid that people might talk behind my back or laugh. But as soon as I entered the class, I got a shock. My classmates were holding a huge poster, and on it was written in huge letters, "I am sorry." Then, suddenly, I saw Michael appear before me. I am sorry. I didn't know my prank would affect you this much. I just thought it was harmless, but I now realize it wasn't. I have already explained to everyone that that video was fake, but I will say it again. That video was made by me. I realize what I did was wrong, and I sincerely apologize and swear to not do such a thing again. Please forgive me. I looked at him in shock. For once, Michael actually seemed sincere. I could see this was no prank or joke. In fact, not just him, but everyone seemed apologetic. I guess I'll try forgiving you since you seem sincere. And I embarrassed you first, so let everything be in the past. Thank you. I hope this means a new start for us, he smiled with relief. Maybe, but I still don't trust you fully. I don't mind. I'll work hard to make you believe in me, he grinned. It was lunch, and I was about to spend it alone studying when Michael came running to me. Hey, you want to get lunch together? He asked, grinning. I'm studying, I shrugged. Come on, you're already the class and school topper. Do you want to become a state topper too? You won't forget everything if you don't study for a few minutes. Come with me, please, he requested again. Fine, but don't expect me to chat with you or something. I'm not a talkative person, I explained. Stop making excuses, he replied and pulled me by my hand. Soon, we came upon a group of students who I believed were Michael's friends. Hello, Caleb, they all said in unison. They all quickly introduced themselves to me. Honestly, we didn't believe Michael at all when he said he was bringing you here for lunch. I mean, the school topper? Eating with us? That seemed impossible, Luke remarked. I told you I can do it. No one can resist my charms, Michael boasted. I started laughing. You literally dragged me here? You have got no charms. Oh my, Caleb just roasted Michael, Tyler grinned. Ha, that was nothing. You wouldn't even call that a roast, Michael retorted. Really? Then why did your face turn red? Seems like you are all spark and no fire, I smirked. It seems like Caleb is on the track today, Luke grinned. All right, you got me. Now, instead of laughing at my expense, can we do something else? Michael asked. By the way, Caleb, I don't see your friends. Why don't you call them here? Tyler asked. Actually, though I talk to everyone, I don't have any close friends, I replied, embarrassed. Hey, don't worry. We're your friends now, Michael smiled, putting an arm around me. I smiled at him. Though I was still a bit hesitant, seems like things were going to be fine for us. Michael and I had become good friends. It turned out that if we excluded all the pranks and jokes, we actually had quite a lot in common. Hey Michael, I shouted as I stepped into the class in the morning. Caleb, here I thought you were ditching school today, he exclaimed, pulling me into a hug. I don't ditch school, I rolled my eyes. I just got a bit late. I'm glad you don't. It would be difficult to spend the entire day without your boring chatter, he joked. Really? You seemed pretty interested when I talked about quantum theory yesterday, I raised an eyebrow. Fine, I'll admit that was interesting, but we can talk about some other topics too, you know, he shrugged. Like what? Like anime and sports? He grinned. Fine, enlighten me, I replied with a shrug. For a while, Michael chatted away, giving me all the deets about his favorite anime, and honestly, I enjoyed it too, until the teacher came into class. Michael, Caleb, I need to talk to you both, he said. He was the same teacher who accused us of cheating. What do you think happened this time? Michael whispered to me. Shh, the teacher is talking. We'll get in trouble if he hears us, I murmured. There has been a mistake. We have found out that none of you cheated, but that the cheater was someone else who used Michael's name. We have already found who it was and punished him. Sorry for the inconvenience it caused you both, he explained and left us. Wow, now that was a big anime reveal, Michael joked. Seriously? You're being funny even now? Our reputations and our school report were at risk. It could have affected our chances of getting into a good college too, I shot back. Relax, nothing happened, right? And I'm not saying what happened was right. I mean, we ended up fighting for no reason, but it's all in the past, so we should forget about it, he replied. I pondered over his words. Michael was not completely wrong. Everything happened in the past, and things were going well for us now. No need to open old wounds again. I sighed. You're right. Since that student is already punished and we're friends now, there's no use in fretting over that incident. I'm still a bit upset with the administration, but I understand where you're coming from. Michael put an arm around me. Don't worry. You've all the right to be upset, but that doesn't mean I won't try and cheer you up. I chuckled. I think you might just win too. I looked at him with a smile as he chatted away. Being with him felt so normal now. I couldn't imagine not spending my time with him now. Michael and I had planned a movie night at his house. I was both excited and nervous. This was the first time I was visiting a friend's house for something other than studying. Wow, you're early. People are usually late to these things, Michael remarked, opening the door. I like to be on time, I shrugged. Fine, come in. You're lucky I already prepared the snacks. What movie are we watching? I asked curiously. Michael hesitated. Don't hate me, but I was thinking we could watch anime instead. No way, I groaned. I'm tired of your animes. Let's watch a proper action movie this time. Fine, he pouted. But I get to pick it. Wrapped in blankets with snacks in hand, we settled in as the movie began. Michael, why does this look like anime? I frowned. Because it is. It's an anime movie. You wanted action. It has action, drama, everything. I shot him a glare. Ugh, Michael, can't you listen to me for once? He gave me puppy eyes. Please, Caleb. I've been avoiding this one because it's too sad, but I really want to watch it. I sighed. Fine, just stop with that look. By the time the credits rolled, we were both clutching each other, sniffling. You alright? I asked hoarsely. Not really. You? Me neither. Though I never expected the class clown to cry, I said with a soft smile. Even we have our moments, he smiled back, brushing away my tears. Want to watch something light-hearted now? For a second, my heart fluttered at the contact, but I ignored it. Anything other than an anime. Michael chuckled, and soon we were both laughing. As Michael put on another movie, I realized it wasn't just the movie I was looking forward to today, but Michael too. Do tell me you finally watched that anime I recommended to you, Michael said hopefully. You mean Naruto? I watched a few episodes, I guess they weren't bad, I shrugged. Michael stared at me in shock. Are you even human? How can you resist the greatness of Naruto? I was about to retort when Tyler came running over to us. Hey, did you guys hear? A new kid is coming to our class and I heard he was very popular in his old school, he said. So what? It's not like he can take our place, Michael shrugged. I heard he's both smart and funny, just like the two of you, he explained. Come on, we're double the trouble. No one stands a chance against us, Michael retorted. Michael's right. I'm not worried about him. Nothing can stop us when we're together, I added. I guess we'll see when he comes. I heard he'll be joining today. Tyler shrugged. A new student is joining our class. Honestly, I wasn't afraid of it even a little bit. I had full confidence that no one would dare to cross with me and Michael. Hey guys, I'm Brian. Aren't you guys gonna welcome me? A new, good-looking, tall, and confident boy appeared before the class. Are you a celebrity that we would welcome you? Michael taunted him, and the entire class burst into laughter. I might not be now, but it wouldn't take me much time to become one, he replied confidently. I don't think your tricks are going to work in this school. This school has already got its top students, I retorted. And you are? He turned to me, and after a pause said, Aren't you Caleb, the topper student? Don't worry, it won't take me much time to steal your position, he grinned annoyingly. Hey, who do you think you're threatening? Be within your limits, Michael warned. Wait, are you two a thing? How adorable, he chuckled. The class clown and the topper being together. It must be the rom-com of the year. Just leave us alone, I replied curtly. Fine. I'll stay out of your way, and I'll stay out of yours too, he replied with a grin. I looked at him, irritated. This guy was getting on my nerves, and it had just been a few minutes. How are we going to tolerate him for 2 years? Somehow, Brian had taken the school by storm, and Michael and I were struggling to hold our ground. Today, we decided to escape the school drama. So, which flavor are you getting? Michael asked, scanning the options. Good old chocolate, I said casually. Boring, he rolled his eyes. Be daring, try bubblegum or black licorice. I'm fine with chocolate, you be the daring one. Fine. I'm going for toasted almond. He grinned. We settled on a park bench, enjoying our ice creams, when Michael suddenly took a huge bite out of mine. Hey, eat your own ice cream, I protested. You're welcome to steal mine too, he smirked. I scrunched up my nose. Who would want to taste that? You know it's bad. That's why you're stealing mine. Or maybe I just think yours is sweeter, he winked. I stared at him, momentarily confused, when his words sank in and a blush crept up my face. Suddenly, Michael smeared his ice cream on my cheek. Michael, I yelped. You looked too warm, so I decided to cool you down, he grinned. Well, two can play that game, I smirked, smearing the ice cream across his face too. Laughter erupted as we tried to clean each other off, until our lips accidentally brushed. My heart pounded, and from the look on Michael's face, his was too. Michael hesitated for a moment before smirking. So, do I get to steal another taste, or was that a one-time accident? I rolled my eyes, shoving him playfully, but I couldn't stop the smile tugging at my lips. Congratulations, Brian. You scored highest again, the teacher said, handing us our answer sheets. I looked at him with hatred and jealousy. How did he become the top student in just 2 weeks? Thank you, sir, but the paper was too easy this time, he replied. That was the hardest paper I've ever set, Brian. I think you're just being humble about your capability, the teacher smiled at him. Wow, Brian, you're so amazing, Tyler said as the teacher left. It was nothing, guys. You guys praise me for no reason. He shrugged it off. Oh, come on, Brian. Not only have you become the topper of the school, but your jokes are much funnier than anyone else's in class, Ben said, indirectly pointing at Michael. Funny? I'll say they are more annoying, Michael taunted. Jealous, Michael? Don't worry, you can still be the clown, just not the best comedian, Brian retorted. You scumbag, Michael shouted, almost grabbing Brian's collar. Hey, stay away from Brian, Tyler said, coming in between them. What the hell, Tyler? You used to be my friend in the past, Michael shot back. Exactly, in the past. Brian is a much better friend than you, so back off, he snapped. Michael seemed to be about to throw a punch when I pulled him back. Stop it, you're just gonna make it worse, I whispered. And he isn't? He stole our friends, yet you want me to say nothing? He said with pain evident in his eyes. I know, but now's not the time to do it. We need a good plan to take him down, so please stay quiet until then, I pleaded. Fine. I'll listen to you since you're the only one who didn't abandon me, he sighed. Cat got your tongue, Michael. You seemed pretty confident, Brian taunted. I just realized there's no need to waste my energy on nobody like you, Michael retorted. Nobody, huh? I think everyone in the classroom knows pretty well who's a nobody. He smirked, and the entire class laughed along with him. It felt almost surreal. It wasn't long when Michael and I used to be the stars of the school, but Brian came in a flash and robbed us of our positions. I knew we had to come up with a plan quickly if we wanted to stop Brian's shenanigans. Brian is so annoying, I grumbled as Michael and I walked home. Michael sighed. Can we talk about something else? I'm tired of hearing his name. What did he do this time? He copied my assignment, and now the teacher thinks I cheated. Years of being the top student, and it means nothing, I huffed. Michael rolled his eyes. Brian's been trying to take our spot since he got here. Just ignore him. For how long? I asked, frustrated. Until we come up with a plan. Anyway, want to come over this evening? He offered. I'm not sure. I have to study for exams, I frowned. We could study together, Michael suggested, smirking. I know you're dying to spend time with me anyway. Dying, huh? I grinned, grabbing his collar and pulling him closer. Looking at your pitiful face, I wonder which one of us is actually desperate. Michael huffed. Please, your face isn't any better. Don't you want a break from all this stress? I sighed. I guess a break wouldn't hurt. What did you have in mind? He leaned in slightly, his breath warm against my ear. A few exciting things to take our minds off everything, he murmured, his lips brushing my cheek. Keep your ideas to yourself, I shot back, though the spark between us was undeniable. Why? Not interested? He smirked. Your face says otherwise. My cheeks burned. Let's not talk about that, I stammered. I have homework. I'll see you later. Before he could say anything else, I bolted towards my house, my heart pounding with feelings I wasn't ready to name. Michael and I were sitting together at the cafeteria, trying to come up with a plan to stop Brian. Aw, you two look adorable. Are you two planning a date? Brian taunted, coming over to our table. So what if we are? Michael retorted. Nothing. You two losers suit each other perfectly, he smirked, flopping down near us like he owned the place. Why don't you sit with the other people if we're losers? After all, aren't you friends with the entire school? I snapped. Oh, you're right, but I feel pity for you guys here, he grinned. I mean, you poor guys lost all your friends. That's because we don't resort to bribes to gain friends, Michael retorted. Oh, come on, a little bribe is nothing. But anyway, people like me because I'm better than both of you, Brian shot back. Don't worry, we'll soon be taking you down and showing your real face to everyone, I replied firmly. Brian started laughing, hard. Look at these two, everyone. They think life's a rom-com where you take down the antagonist and become the hero. How silly. The entire cafeteria laughed along with him, mocking us. I could feel anger surging through me, but I knew I couldn't say anything to him now because it would only backfire at us. So, you're accepting that you're the villain? Michael smirked. Oh, I'm not accepting anything. I'm just saying out loud what you guys are thinking. He grinned annoyingly. By the way, guys, the lunch is on me today, so go get whatever you like, Brian announced, finally leaving us alone. I sighed deeply. I can't take this anymore. Hey, it's all right. I'm here for you, Michael replied, taking my hand in his. I smiled at him softly. Even with all the suffering, being with him made everything easy. I liked spending time with him more than anything else. I guess Brian was right about one thing, that we two liked each other. Michael might not, but I sure did. I'm glad we are together, I murmured, leaning a bit closer to him. Wait, you're saying we should find information about him from his previous school and use it against him? I asked Michael while sitting on my bed. It had become a norm for the past weeks for Michael to come to my house almost every day, especially since my parents were mostly out. We usually talked about casual stuff, but sometimes we would plan on how to take Brian down. Yes, exactly. There must be a reason why he left his previous school in the middle of his junior year. I'm sure he must have some skeletons in his closet. Are you sure? It might just be a simple reason, like his parents transferring or something, I pondered. Maybe, but we have to hope for the best, he replied. Fine. But how exactly do you plan to do that? I asked, curious. I guess I'll have to contact some of the students there. It would be difficult, but I'll use all my contacts to find out, he replied firmly. All right, I believe you. Let's talk about something lighter now, I said, lying down on the bed with a sigh. Already tired of Brian? He grinned. Ugh, I was tired of him a long time ago. Every time he talks, I feel like I'm dying a little inside, I groaned. Then how about we talk about us? Michael grinned, leaning in close enough for our faces to touch. I could feel heat rising to my cheeks. What do you mean? I stammered. I think you know very well what I mean, he smirked. You talking about Brian taunting us about dating each other? Don't you think he's right? Michael said, caressing my cheek. Is he? I chuckled nervously. Aren't we just close friends? But don't you want to be something more? He asked, raising an eyebrow. I blushed. Michael was right. I've wanted this for such a long time, but never dared to accept it. But if Michael liked me too, maybe it wouldn't be bad to accept it. Maybe? I replied hesitantly. Maybe? You're not sure? His lips brushing against my cheek. I knew I couldn't lie any longer, so I put my arms around him and pulled him close. I want you, I replied confidently this time and leaned in to kiss him. Michael grinned and met my lips in a soft and tender kiss that felt like a warm summer breeze. We pulled each other close and kissed even more deeply until we parted and lay next to each other, gasping. So, is this official? Michael asked after a while, grinning like crazy. I smiled back. I guess Brian did one good thing, and that's bring us together. Hey, don't give him any credit. I started liking you before he even came to this school, when we first started becoming friends, he confessed. Wow, I could have never guessed, I replied sincerely in surprise. To be honest, I don't know when I started liking you. All I know is that I just want to be with you, no matter what. Me too, Michael smiled softly, and we leaned in for another kiss. Even with all the troubles around us, I now knew one thing was for sure. We would always be there for each other. What did you find out? I asked frantically. Michael had called me earlier to the class today, saying he finally found something on Brian. This is going to blow your mind, he replied. Well, what is it then? Don't keep me waiting, I said impatiently. Brian got into all sorts of trouble at his previous school. He used to bully others and even got into many fights with other students, he explained. What? Then what got him here? I asked, shocked. I heard he got into a huge fight with one of his juniors, hurt the kid pretty badly, and that's why his father used his connections and power to get him admission into this school. I can't believe it. Why is he acting goody two-shoes then? I asked in disbelief. I think I can guess it. Since Brian might have gotten into huge trouble in his previous school, his father must have warned him to keep his nose clean this time. But I think he has started to show his true colors, Michael explained. You're right. He already made our lives hell, but I heard that he was troubling some junior students just a few days ago. Then let's expose him together. It's time we bring him down, Michael said confidently, and I nodded in agreement. I have something to show you all, Michael announced in the cafeteria. Is it a video of you two making out? Someone cracked. It's something even better, Michael replied with a knowing smile. He was using a projector to show a video of Brian in a huge fight with another student at his previous school. As the video started playing, I could clearly see fear in Brian's eyes. This is fake, Brian stammered as the video neared its end. It's clearly not, I replied firmly. You two are always scheming against me. You've edited this, he lied in his defense. Really? If that's how it's going to be, then I can show you more proof, Michael grinned. Is this really true? The students started whispering amongst themselves. It looks pretty real, and Brian looks guilty too, one of the students said. Yeah, he definitely looks guilty, another added. Brian, is this really true? Tyler asked hesitantly. I don't want to talk about it, so leave me alone, Brian replied and pushed Tyler away roughly. I shook my head in disappointment. Brian was only making things worse for him. Not that it would help him if he didn't, as we'd more proof against him. Michael brought out other concrete evidence against him, like videos, pictures, and voice recordings of students there. Everyone gasped in shock as they saw Brian's lies being exposed in front of their eyes. People soon started calling him names and mocking him. Unable to bear it any longer, Brian strode out of the cafeteria. Michael came towards me and gave me a high five. Seems like we finally won, I grinned. Yeah, all our sufferings are over now. We make a pretty good team, I said and gave him a quick peck on the lips. Not fair, Michael grumbled. I want to kiss you in front of everyone now. Let's do it later, I promised, smiling. Michael and I were walking towards the classroom, holding hands. The entire ordeal with Brian was over now, and he ended up leaving the school again. After that, we finally accepted our relationship in public, and though we were met with a few offensive glares, no one dared to say anything to us after we reclaimed our positions. I hope our movie date is on tonight, I asked casually. Of course, but it's more of an anime date than a movie, he grinned. No, not another anime. I've already watched the entire series of Naruto because of you, and even started watching Demon Slayer. I can't take another one, I groaned. Come on, I always listen to your boring scientific theories with interest, so you should give anime a chance. Maybe you'll fall in love with it like you did with me, he winked. I frowned, but seeing his face, I finally gave in. Fine, but pick one with science fiction this time, so I can enjoy it too. I promise. He grinned and gave me a peck on the cheek. What was that for? I asked, blushing. For always making me so damn happy, and feeling like I'm the luckiest person in the world, he exclaimed. I was about to reply when Tyler and Ben interrupted us. Are you guys still not going to forgive us? Tyler asked. No way in hell. You lost your chance a long time ago when you mocked us with Brian, Michael replied angrily. But, Ben started to say, but I cut in between. No buts. We don't need any backstabbers when we've got each other, I replied firmly, looking at Michael with love. He watched me staring at him and leaned down to kiss me in front of the entire class. What are you doing? I murmured nervously. Keeping that promise of yours, he said with a smile before pulling me into a deep kiss, as if declaring to the world that I was his. I surrendered to the warmth of his embrace, losing myself in the moment. As we finally parted, I whispered, I love you, my clown. Love you too, nerd, he replied, his smile soft and full of affection. Michael and I continued our relationship even after high school. We managed to get into the same college and moved in together. Our days were filled with jokes, pranks, and nerdy ideas. Michael turned out to be right, and I finally fell in love with anime just like I fell in love with him, and our date nights were marathon runs of our favorite animes with dinners planned by me. We never spoke to Tyler and Ben again. Their betrayal was unforgivable. As for Brian, he managed to secure a place at a private college. It wasn't surprising, given his father's wealth and influence. I can only hope he changed his ways and became a better person. Even in college, Michael and I continued to be the top students, and with him, I have to come to realize that life doesn't have to be all serious. He was the clown that my life needed to bring in happiness, while I was the nerd that kept him grounded. Though we were poles apart, we complemented each other perfectly, like shades of grey in a black and white movie. Do you think that opposites always attract? Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing to become a part of our Rainbow Force, and stay wholesome.